Hello everyone and welcome back. Tonight we're going to do a build video. I'm not sure if we're going to do the entire build or just a few steps tonight, but I figured I would walk you guys through or bring you guys along with me as I build the MST Cfx-w. I've got the first step, which is building the transmission set up and ready to go. So we're going to start putting it together here shortly, and well, just enjoy the ride with me. I've never built an MST kit before, so I'm excited to see how it goes. Everything seems like it's pretty well manufactured and everything already, so let's get into it. Alright, reposition the camera, please. Can you see everything? Am I good?
Should be.
Right about here? Okay. Alright, so it says to start with 14 tooth gear, main shaft, short pin, and a 10-15-4 bearing, as well as this piece here and this piece here. Alright, so according to this, I slide the piece on here, or slide the gear onto the shaft, I should say, and insert the pin. And then the pin is held in place by the bearing. It's kind of neat. And I am replacing the bearings I do have from the kit. The kit comes with metal shielded bearings. I tend to like water and mud and dirt and stuff, so if I have the bearing, I'm going to replace it. Alright, insert this in. And insert this into the middle. It's kind of neat. Okay, now it says to grease it. Guys, I'll use this. Try and get it in there the best I can. I should have used like a toothpick or something. There. Think I got it, babe. Pin slid out a little bit. There we go. Thank you. Oh yeah, that's much better. I guess I should be prepared, huh? That actually puts it in there nice and even. And I'll hold this middle shaft and give that one a little quick go around. You know, everybody says if you use too much gear lube or grease in your transmission and stuff, it causes a lot of drag, but the more I watch videos and the more I see, everybody puts a ton more in there than I do, so I don't feel uncomfortable putting this much in there. Can they see that? Is that a good angle?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, because I'm going to probably try and show them a lot of stuff as I go along. I want to make sure I'm pointing it the right way. Okay, alright, now that that is lubed up, I am to put the bulkhead plate on. I feel like I'm missing a step. Yep, I'm missing a step. Alright, I went the wrong direction. These instructions are laid out from the last kit I did. The last kit, it went from left to right and then down. This goes straight across, so now I have to build the deceleration gear, which is going to need this bearing, or this gear with the 4 posts on it. 4 10x4 bearing to go in the middle, which I also replaced with a rubber gear. These 4 gears that form the inside of the transmission, pretty much. And then probably some more grease. gotta insert this in. There it goes. Oh man, you can just hear the surface contact of those gears. This thing should be pretty strong. The design of this transmission is different than any RC four-wheel drive or axial that I've built, so that's pretty cool. Alright, now I'm going to need the plate. Is it directional? It is not. Bearing holder. Guess I didn't seat it far enough. There it goes. There, now it's flush. Alright. And step 4 is, you know, they give you the layout of parts, but they don't tell you. So I'm going to need this and this shaft, an E-clip, one more pin, five 10x4. Alright. And another 5 10x4. This piece here. And bearings go in the front of the plate. E-clip gets attached to this shaft here. Do you have any questions about anything that you see? Okay. Now the one that it's showing me to put the pin in for the gear is in the middle of the shaft. The other one is closer to the end. Paying attention to how the instructions look is pretty important. A lot of times it's very helpful. Let's see, does something go in the bearing holder? Doesn't tell me what. Okay, there it is. 5/8 by 2.5. I thought so. Now, is it the ball bearing or the bearing? The ball bearing. Okay. Now there is a ball bearing, and there is a regular brass bearing. So pay attention to that. The ball bearing goes inside here, and then sits here on the transmission in a bearing holder. I don't know if I like that. But we'll see. Full mesh, full contact, so that's good. It's got a good mesh. Well, that works out at least. So I don't really see any reason for anything to go wrong. Now I just got to grease these up here. Rotate it that way. one more dry spot. M3 by 16. Let's see, that would be some slightly longer. Yes, it is. Okay. I only have one of those. Oh, okay. M3 by 16. I only do need one. M3 by 16 is the long one that goes in the top. There we go. The other two are the other one so far is M25 by 14, which would be this one here. So these go back for now. One goes up top. Get my driver. I probably should Loctite that. I think that's going into metal. Yeah. I think I'm going to Loctite that. Just better to be safe than sorry. Lay down, baby. You're good. Too much. Can use that for the other screw, I guess. Use the bottle to suck some of it back in. Okay. Yeah, it definitely screws in too smooth for it to be going into plastic, and then put that big metal piece in the first step. So that's what that's threading into. And that's actually going into plastic. So I didn't need to do that on that one. Oh well. Rather be overcautious. I'll seat this smaller one first, I think. Because these are the easier ones to strip. I'll seat the top one. Yeah, I still got movement, so everything is smooth and free spinning. And double check, make sure I didn't miss anything. Tolerances seem good. Okay, I gotta slide all this stuff off the page here. So. Alright, that should be everything. Okay, now assembly of the slipper. Harley Designs was saying something about these not having sticky on them But one side definitely looks different than the other. I wonder if that means... I don't know. One side looks way different than the other, and it almost looks like it's got an adhesive of some sort on it, because it bled over onto this side. I wonder if once it warms up, it's like self-adhesive. Who knows? And this is where that brass bushing goes, right in the middle here. And then we have a slipper pad on either side, and a 510 by 4 bearing. Yeah, 510 by 4 bearing, and 5.7 by 0.3 spacer. Is this the right one? Yep, okay. So that goes here, the bearing goes there, and this slides all onto here. I'll seat that bearing again. And there's a D shape on there, and that's what keeps those pads from slipping, because the slipper itself, or the spur gear itself, is round, so that can free spin. So how tight you make this is what basically forces the power from the motor to the axles and everything. 5 by 10 by 4. Did I use the right bearing? No. Wait a minute. So what did I use the wrong bearing? 510 by 4, 510 by 4. Oh. Shoot. I have to disassemble the trans. That's the wrong size bearing in the middle. I don't notice enough slot. Huh. That is right, yeah. 410, 4. Yep, I can't leave that out. I can't do that. It'll tear itself apart. Shoot. Because I was in a hurry, I guess. It's a good thing I noticed, though. Because that's right where the power gets transferred. So if I have the wrong bearing in there, the thing will just wreck itself. Oh, that's why I don't notice the slop. It's held in place by these gears. Which is why I guess they could get away with going with such small bearings in here. Makes more sense. Alright. Simple fix. Yep, there it is. And we're fixed and almost back to where we were already. Sorry about that, everyone. I did mess up. It happens, but at least I noticed before I got out on the trail and broke something. This is going to have a 10-shock 906 motor in it, which is a 6-pole crawler motor. It is uncensored. And I'm running a WP8 RTR 4S ready ESC. Now the motor I got is the 1250 kV, which will handle up to a 4S LiPo. So I may take a gander at my first time doing 4S crawling. So we'll see. Alright, get those nice and snug again. And pad down. No. I want to do it the other way. Put the pad on. Pad on. Bearing. Get in there. Alright. Spacer. Plate. Bearing. Alright, now